how did music nurture you and cultivate you as you were growing up prior to you deciding to become a recording artist?
Growing up, I grew up in music. My father was very musical. He loved singing all about the place, but he didn't do it professionally. But I used to listen to like Nina Simone, Etta James, Minnie Riperton. You name it, from the Manhattans to the Temptations. Go in Jamaica, you have Paris,
Yes.
Diana King, So I love music all around. Ever since young, I always knew that I would be involved in music, whether it's writing, producing, singing. Like, I just love music all around.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that's what I wanted to portray. I mean, that's what I wanted to do. And yeah, I stuck with it. Yeah.
So you mentioned your love of jazz. You mentioned Nina Simone, the Manhattans, although they're not jazz, they're more soul.
Yeah, they're not, yeah. So, yeah.
Right. But it's interesting because, not to be, an ageist, but you're very young. So for you to know about people like Nina Simone, that's actually very impressive.
Yeah. I thank my dad for that.
So if I could ask, if it was possible, if Nina was here on Earth, and if it was possible for you to do a collaboration with Nina, what type of collaboration would it be, in the sense that what topic do you think you the two of you would sing about? Do you think
I think it would be I think it would be more closer to her song Blackbird. Like that song, like growing up hearing that song, seeing my grandma like sew and like listen to that song and cry and stuff, it really like just opened my heart differently to Nina, because she's poetic, Like she and the way how she articulates herself in her music is just so insane. Like it's beautiful. She knows how to word certain things and describe her pain in the most beautiful way, but it's still so sad. It's like she's a whole poet. I think more towards that side, more to that, like, that topic would be perfect for me and her, because I have a song which she inspired. It's called Best You Ever Had. I released that like 2 years ago or so.
That's right.
Still one of my favorites. So yeah, definitely that type of vibe with me and Nina.
I love it. One of the musical themes that you present in your music is that of winning. But the way you describe winning now, Jada, is you describe it as trying again. So the win is not necessarily, yay, we won, we came in first.
No, because to be honest, I don't mean to cut you, but to be honest, you can only lose if you give up. That's the only way I see somebody actually losing. Mm-hmm. Like, I put somebody who gets up and try over than somebody who feel like, like the world just wrap on them fingers, and if they don't win now, then screw it. It's not for them.
Yes.
Like, no, it don't work like that. Especially if you deserve it, there's gonna be obstacles, there's gonna be like bumps in the road that you need to jump over.
Yes.
Ain't no handout. So that's how you know when somebody is driven and, is a winner. That's a winner.
Right.
Someone who tries again. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So now, using that as like a stepping stone into the life of your music, in the sense of your music making process, can you walk us through that? Does it begin with a producer sending you a rhythm? Does it begin with you and your poetry and writing? And
yeah, exactly. I grew up writing just little poems or stories and stuff, and I grew up having a diary, but not a diary, but a little book that I just write all my feelings down in.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that's how I started And professionally, I met this producer in Jamaica who believed in me. Give thanks. That's how Love Situations came about in Best You Ever Had, and my first set of songs in my EP. So I want to say I always knew I wanted to do it, and then coming into the industry, because it's not like I found the producer like 3-5 years, It was like the beginning of my career. He believed in me, and he just said, yo, let's go, let's do it. And we did it. Before that, I used to just like walk to the studio. They wouldn't want to record me. No one cared about whatever I was talking about. And now to see everybody singing my songs is just insane.
Yes.
So it's insane.
So forgive my excitement, but I got to go back in time for just a little bit, back to Love Situations. At that time, believe it or not, ZJ Sparks, who also contributes to L3 Magazine, interviewed you. And one of the talking points about that interview was to talk about the music video for Love Situations. Now, you have to remember, in those days, what you presented was so like, oh my God, I can't believe this music video, the blood and the emotions and, the everything that you put forward, but yet still it's life. This is how people really feel in a real life. Now, some are not going to do what was done, but it is a true representation of life. So how involved were you in the making of the video, the treatment, the way you wanted things to be presented? How involved were you with that?
I was super involved. My manager at the time came up with the concept from Dexter, and I added my little twist to it. So yeah, it was easy, to be honest. Thanks to the series Dexter, sparked the whole thing.
Yes. And then when we go a little bit further into your career, like to more modern days, your music videos see you in a softer, sultry kind of way. I call it the bathtub video, the one where you're in the field and how has your vision for your music and its presentation evolved over time?
I feel like every song, as I say, it is a story. And I try most of the times not to like act out what I'm already saying. Like I want the fans to see a different visual than what they're hearing. You know what I'm saying? That's what's refreshing about like my videos. It's not like a typical, I'm singing about wiping the car and you see me actually in the video wiping the car down. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's more, creative, or the storyline is like dope or something. So it's honestly, as a creative, I can only say it's been easy for me so far to create because that's what I do.
Yes.
So
okay.
I don't know how to explain it, but
no.
I make shit happen, man.
That's right. You do. So let's talk about the shit that you made happen in Heavy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Heavy didn't even get the love, not the love, but like the recognition it was supposed to get because the video got pulled down. There's this crazy business going on. But Heavy was a vibe. And I feel like the title is self-explanatory. I don't have to tell you what heavy mean, right?
Right. No.
Yeah, you see how I'm going.
Definitely.
So shout out to Verse Simmons for helping me write that song.
Amen.
Yeah, he's been on board with me writing. He's the only writer I've ever worked with, and so far we have a different type of chemistry. Shout out to Fresh as well. He's just on board, and shout out to my new team. Love and appreciate them so much already. Like things look great. Like we're putting everything together. So more music coming, more hot topics, more stuff like, the wins and the tricks and the heavy and the best you ever had.
Yes, and the Budums. We can't forget the Budum.
And the Budum. We forget Budum, man. Oh, sure.
Okay, so two more questions for you before we wrap up the interview. The first one has to do with how you have single-handedly affected pop and Jamaican culture. Because what we're seeing from our perspective is your style, your essence, your flow, your energy, all of that is being duplicated on the pop and kind of rap side. At the same time, it is really being celebrated, rightly so, in Jamaican culture. So how do you feel about being that woman who everyone is looking to, saying, man, I want to be like Jada. Man, I need to get some ass filler because I want to be like Jada.
I feel amazing, to be honest. For people considering me as the next big thing is just freaking wow. Mm-hmm. I feel honored and grateful. It's a blessing.
Yeah. And so the last question actually has to do with the name of the magazine again, which is L3. And
I'm sorry, you broke up for a second. Go on.
Sorry. So the last question has to do with the name of our magazine, which is L3. And L3 stands for Life, Love, and Lyrics. So what general advice would you give our readers on life, on love, and on lyrics?
On lyrics, I want to say don't take every lyric you hear out there personally. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some of these songs are cat. And life, live it to the fullest. I know it sounds cliche, but I've been doing that lately. I've been kicking depression's ass. Okay,
good.
Live life. Live life. That's all I can say, man.
Yes.
Just be happy, live life, and it's love.
Yes.
Spread it, yo. Spread it. And I love one another.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I'm trying to find out what to say. Like,
no, listen, there are only
you can fix it up for me, make it sound cool.
Yeah, but listen. I got to tell you, I've been doing this for many years now, and the only other person to impress me with an answer is Sizzla. And when it comes to love, you said spread it. I think that is just the most perfect, the most beautiful thing we could do, and it's so simple.
Yeah, it's so simple. I've been doing that lately, and things just have been going my way. I've been living life and as I said, spreading love and just being around good energy and good people, and everything has been amazing.
Yeah.
And the lyric side of it, I said that because a lot of times people will listen to my songs, and it'll be like they feel like they know me, but they don't.
Yeah.
So it's you can't really just judge from a song. Maybe if from certain interviews, but a song is a song. As I said, I'm a creator. We create stuff. Yes. Whether true or false, we're going to create, So a lot of times when you hear something, you can hear this line is just a rhyme. It don't mean it means anything.
Yes.
I have a lot of songs that mean stuff. But a lot of times it's just because I could just make it happen. It sound good. It look cool. Put it out there.
And see, that's what I mean when I say you affect pop culture. You affect Jamaican culture.
I'm not going to pretend all of my songs are deep. And no, I have some songs that, even Tricks, right? It's just a vibey song, talking that shit,
We're not selling front, but something got to run.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know, right? Talking about you can't done until me. A lot of holy pattern and boy done me for go sit down. You think that's great think of what we say. If it can't get the back, it can't get the back,
Ooh.
So that's all of them something there. So lyrics, we just make up anything and put in a song.
Yes.
It's just fun,
Amen to that. Yes. Love it.